Veterans, if you feel that you have not got the rating that you deserve, you are not alone. Many veterans struggle due to outdated ratings, lack of medical evidence, or even missed opportunities to file for additional conditions simply because we don't know. We're not given the playbook. We're not handed the cheat sheet, okay? But guess what? There's positive news here. There are strategies that can help you to increase your VA disability rating, that can help you to get an increase in maybe the ratings that you already have. And guess what? We are going to discover 8 ways to get you an increase in this live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, share this out with someone. We are going to bring you the facts to be in the best position to win your claim. Thank you for your service if you're watching and listening. Okay. So, raising VA disability ratings requires good, strong, concise, clear medical evidence, accurate documentation, and a clear understanding of exactly how the VA evaluates service-connected conditions. Get familiar with the 38 Code of Federal Regulations. Get familiar with the ratings manual, which is the M21-1 ratings manual. Veterans, you can use Form 21526EZ to file a new claim. I don't want to insult your intelligence. If you want to appeal, right, Board of Veterans Appeals should be your last option. You can do a supplemental claim providing new and relevant evidence, or you can do a higher level review, which is saying that you disagree with the decision that the VA made, or they clearly missed some evidence that was in your claim, or there was an error on the VA's part. You are able to address a senior level adjudicator and express what is wrong, okay? You need to understand the VA math. 10 and 10 is not 20, it's 19. 10 and 10 and 10 is not 30, it's 27, okay? So their math is not normal people's math, unfortunately. You need to understand that you can file for secondary conditions, right? But you need to know what needs to go in those claims if you're going to file for secondary conditions, okay? It's very, very important, okay? So we are going to get right into 8 best ways to increase your VA disability rating. So, first thing is make sure that you have very strong medical evidence. Okay. This is one of the most critical steps in obtaining an increase in VA disability. It's providing comprehensive medical documentation. Don't be afraid of getting a reduction, okay? Take care of yourself. The way that you prevent from getting a reduction is you keep getting the treatment that you need, because you have to realize the VA is paying you for issues that you have going on in your life. They're looking at the severity of each individual condition that you're rated for, and they want to know how it impacts your life occupationally, socially, relationally, and overall, okay? So continue to get that care that you need. Don't stop. That's a big thing that veterans do, is they stop getting the care that they need after they get the ratings, okay? So the VA evaluates claims based on the severity of the service-connected condition. So you need to ensure that you have recent medical records and necessary evidence outlining the progression of your disability. Don't expect to go for an increase and you have a 10-year gap in care, okay? It's not going to be in your favor, okay? Make sure that you have doctor statements detailing how your condition affects your daily activities and work. This is why you're getting VA disability benefits. This is replacement income, okay? This is to cover down if you need to miss work. This is to cover down if you need to go to appointments. Hey, boss, I got to take off. I got to go because of my service connected condition. I need to go to physical therapy or mental health or whatever you need to do. Okay. A personal symptom journal of whatever it is, a sleep log, a headache log. You need to track pain levels, mobility issues, and other limitations. Do that. Okay. There's also, you can Google, right? You can chat GPT pain logs or logs that you can track. You just want to make sure that you track whatever it is that you're filing for. Okay. Hey, this day, Monday, July 23rd, I had these mobility issues, and my pain on a 1 to 10 or on a 0 to 10 scale was an 8 out of 10 today. I couldn't bend. I had to miss work. Make sure that you do that. You need to provide the VA with medical evidence that shows how your disability symptoms have worsened in terms of frequency, which is how often, severity, how bad, and the duration of whatever it is that you're going through. Okay. So how long are you going through it? Okay. Number two, file a VA disability increase claim. Look, you got to know what claims can go where? Some of you guys are fighting from the wrong angle. You need to know what conditions can take you to where you need to go. You need to do that. You need to know that. If something's gotten worse, you need to understand that some conditions can go higher than others. Some people are fighting for, maybe it's an ankle, when maybe they should be fighting from a mental health angle, right? Maybe there's something secondary that can be enough to take you over the top and get you to where you need to go. Sometimes filing a simple increase claim to increase your compensation for conditions already service connected and rated at 0% or higher is the easiest way to raise your VA disability rating. But you need to look at the CFR and you need to figure out how high that rated condition can go and what it can go to. Simple VA disability increase claims should be filed as fully developed claims, and they are often processed faster than other claim types. You need to know that, okay? So here's what you do, okay? Complete VA Form 21526EZ to request a rating increase, attach updated medical records, document doctor statements, all necessary documents and evidence, and medical test results. I highly advise, if you can, attach a DBQ for an increase as well too, if you can. If applicable, include evidence of how your disability now affects your ability to work and how you're impacted occupationally, socially, relationally, okay? So file a VA increase. Number 3, file a VA claim for presumptive conditions. The PACT Act expanded VA healthcare and disability benefits for veterans like yourself that were exposed to toxic substances such as burn pits and Agent Orange, making it easier to qualify for presumptive conditions. Certain conditions are automatically presumed to be service connected based on your military service, your location, or exposure to hazardous materials. Very important to understand that. So if you have a condition that's on the VA presumptive list, you may qualify for a VA disability compensation without proving a direct service connection, okay? So you need to get familiar with the list of new VA presumptive conditions. You can Google them and you will see what those are, okay? So number 3 is filing a VA claim for a presumptive condition, okay? Number 4, consider filing for secondary conditions. Very important. If you're asking how can you increase a 0% disability rating or increase any existing VA rating for that matter, consider filing for VA secondary conditions. Many veterans, maybe you listening, are suffering from VA secondary conditions, which can develop due to a primary service connected disability. While this is not guaranteed, secondary conditions may increase your total VA monthly compensation and overall rating as well. So some common examples of VA service connected conditions include service-connected PTSD can cause sleep disorders or even migraines, okay? Service-connected tinnitus can cause anxiety or depression or even migraines or headaches, okay? A service-connected knee injury can lead to back pain. Back pain can lead to radiculopathy in both the left and right lower extremities, okay? Service-connected diabetes can lead to neuropathy, etc. So if you think that you have a secondary condition, you know you did not get seen while you're on active duty, but if you think a condition that you're currently rated for impacts another condition, speak today to your doctor about obtaining medical documentation to link it to your service-connected disability. But let me give you a hint here and a cheat code. You need a DBQ, you need a nexus, you need a diagnosis. If you need that, reach out. Look in the description of this video. Dr. Sharma, Dr. Lopez, these guys can help you. Reach out to us. It's not just enough to just have the DBQ and the nexus. You need to make sure your claim packet is squared away if you want to get a secondary condition connected, okay? Right? Very important. Number 5, appeal a decision if you need to appeal it. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you need to file a higher level review, do it. Ask for a higher level reviewer to review your case. But remember, you can't submit new evidence. File a supplemental claim. If you have new and relevant evidence that the VA didn't have when they reviewed your case, file it. Do it. Lastly, I don't advise this. I don't take this route with any veteran, but appeal to the Board of Veterans Appeals to have a veterans law judge review your case if you need that. But look, if they made a mistake, file a higher level review. If you have new and relevant evidence, file a supplemental claim. Very, 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 very important. Another thing, I've been talking about this. Don't file for IU right now. They're giving people a hard time. You could qualify for it, but listen, it's a pain in the butt, and they're putting people on a wild goose chase, and then they're starting to look at other conditions that are totally irrelevant to the veteran's basis for being connected and being eligible for TDIU, but they're giving people a very, very hard time. TDIU is, if your service connected disability prevents you from securing and maintaining substantial gainful employment, you could get TDIU, but to qualify, you need to have a single service connected disability rated at 60% or higher, or two or more service connected disabilities with at least one rated at 40% and a combined rating of 70% or higher. Again, I don't advise going for the IU. It could help you to go up, but I do not advise you to do that at all. Look, another thing I want to talk about, okay, is, number 6 here is going to be proving that your disability has gotten worse with the medical records that you have and that you need, okay? You need to submit medical records or a medical opinion, the DBQ, from a licensed healthcare provider that can do it, okay? Another way is your lay evidence, your personal statements, or your buddy letter. Use VA Form 21-10210. Your lay evidence is very, very, very important to include. Consider evidence. Another way to get an increase is consider evidence that you did not use before from a previous claim. Add that evidence in there and request an increase, okay? Number 7 is, for that condition, if it's gotten worse and they rated you at 30%, get the medical stuff that you need, get the medical help that you need, the medical treatment that you need. Go to the VA, okay? Go to the VA and get taken care of. Make sure that you let them know what's bothering you. If you feel like you've gotten a low rating, you feel that you weren't rated where you need to be at properly, go and talk to your doctor at the VA. They aren't going to be able to write a nexus letter or a DBQ, but go and talk to them. You've got to get treatment. That is very, very, very important to make sure that you do that, okay? Right? And another way to be able to increase your VA disability rating, right, is to make sure that you go and get whatever it is that you need, your medical records, whatever it is that you have, make sure that you do that and make sure that you get a current medical diagnosis. So get an official diagnosis from a medical provider of whatever it is that you have, okay? Make sure that you have that up to date. And again, make sure that you put in there how it impacts you occupationally. Make sure that you put in there how it impacts you socially as well too, and relationally as well too. And remember to keep it all about your service, okay? It's very, 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 very important. But the most easy way out of all of these ways that I've named is file for a simple increase if you can. But again, to do that, you need to have treatment, right? And get a DBQ if you need one. The VA DBQ Disability Benefits Questionnaire can help in showing the VA an increase in the severity of your symptoms. It's very, 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 very important. How long does it take for you to get your VA disability rating? Right now, it's about 131 days right now. Some processing times can vary, but the VA typically reviews a claim in several months. But again, make sure you're checking your claim through the VA's online portal. Make sure you download the VA app in the App Store or the Play Store, depending on what type of phone that you have. Make sure that you do that. And again, remember, if your VA claim is denied, you can do a higher level review or supplemental claim. My last option I'm going to recommend to you is getting help with the Board of Veterans Appeals. Listen, if you need help with any of this, reach out. People reach out to us all the time. We just want to make sure that you're in the best position to win your claim. To take a look at something is not going to, be anything. We want to make sure that you do that. You need to have a good game plan. You need to have the education. You need to have the medical evidence. You need to be getting the VA rating. You need to be getting the benefits. You need to be getting the compensation that you deserve. It's super, super important to make sure that you continue to do that, okay? Marnie, hey, how you doing? Absolutely. Reach out to me tomorrow by phone, Marnie, and we would love to talk with you. Absolutely. I want to answer any questions. Jerry, hey, how you doing, brother? Great to talk to you. Great to see you on here. How long do the Love has a question. How long does the VA take to approve your claim when you give them your updated income for DIC claim? It is like a regular claim. Right now, I'm going to give you the exact time that it's taking for VA claims to go through, but it's usually, just so you know, the same. A DIC claim is the same as a regular claim. And as of right now, let me give you the exact time. It is right now, we are looking at 137.5 days. I just want you to know that. 137.5 days is about how long it's taking. It depends on what you give to them, and love, it depends if you file a fully developed claim and if you are at homelessness or at risk of homelessness, which I hope you're not, but if you do, make sure that you submit the evidence that you need. VicMad, you're saying you have one of two, have a CMP exam on Monday with OptumServe. Okay. VS called and they want to schedule an appointment for the same day and time. I told them that I already have a CMP exam at that time. They have not rescheduled me for another time and day. I'm afraid that they will mark me as a no-show. No, what you need to do is you need to call out to the VA, VicMad. You need to call 1-800-827-1000. I'm going to put that in here, 1-800-827-1000. And you need to let them know what's going on. You need to call back OptumServe and VES, and you need to let them know that there are two conflicting appointments. It's not your fault. They need to schedule it so you can go to one appointment and then another. Now, listen, if they're on the same day but at different times, then try to make that work, because if you do reschedule, it can take a little bit of time and you don't want to delay anything further than you need to, VicMad, okay? So that's what you need to do. Contact VES, contact Optum, contact the VA. Make sure that they're not at the same exact time, okay? How long does step 5 take? It depends. It really depends. Generally, it takes about 30 days once they get to step 5, depending on what they need. I would say 2 to 4 weeks. I'm saying 30 days on the long end of things. It should be quicker, but again, sometimes it goes back to step 3 if they need some additional evidence. So there's no definitive answer for it. It just depends on what the VA needs or does not need. Sometimes it goes through very quick, but that is few far and in between. And is there someone you can show your CMP exams to and they can give you a ballpark rating? Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. Definitely. Definitely. Absolutely. For sure. Reach out if you need us to look at that. So you're currently on MEB, signing your MEB findings with your Pebble on Friday. I'm curious, after this, how long does it normally take for them to give you your ratings? Oh, that's going to depend if, so once you sign that with your Pebble, it shouldn't take long. It should take a month. Okay. Baby Ben, the med board, make sure that you're not getting screwed over. Make sure that everything in there is squared away. Okay. Very important. Okay. That you do that. Okay. Love, VA said they need your up-to-date income to make a decision on your DIC claim. Okay. Submit the information. Love, you need to do that. You need to submit that information as quickly as you can possibly submit that information. Do it. Okay. Yeah, Marty, make sure that you have your paperwork handy and write down bullet points. But listen, yeah, reach out. Whatever we can do to help you, we are here to help you. We can help to put you in the best position. That's what we are here for. Guys, again, this is 8 best ways to get a VA disability increase, okay? File an increase if you need an increase. Consider filing secondary claims. Get the treatment that you need. It's very important. Very important for you to get that, okay? Understanding the secondary conditions, understanding the 38 CFR, understanding the M21-1 manual is super important. Remember, presumptive conditions are out there. Right place, right location, right condition. Make sure you're familiar with the presumptive list. Make sure you have a lay statement, a buddy statement if you need that. Don't over exaggerate, but don't minimize. Make sure that you're balanced with what you do. Don't lie about anything, okay? Make sure that you have the treatment, up to date diagnosis, okay? Very important. Make sure that you do that. Make sure that you keep getting treatment. That is a part where veterans start messing up. And also, get in with the VA. I don't care. get in with the VA. Get in with your local VA. Go and see them once a year if you need to, just to get your blood work done and reevaluated, but get in with them. Angela Adams asks, is it normal to have a CMP exam and go back and forth to step 3 for an HLR? Yes, it is. It is normal. If there was a duty to assist error, they could go back and reevaluate and ask for a CMP exam because they realized that the CMP exam was flawed. So that could be why you go back for a CMP exam, okay? Remember, the VA has a duty to assist you. If not on a higher level review, the higher level reviewer can go on and make a decision if all the evidence is there and it was a clear and unmistakable error. But it is normal most of the time to get a CMP exam and go back and forth to step 3 for a higher level review. Yes, it is. And Marnie, yep, you can't minimize everything at all. You got to let them know at your worst how it is. If you tell them everything's a 1, they're going to take you for granted at a 1. But if there are days out of a 30-day period, you're not getting out of bed, you're being impacted, you're missing work, you've got to let them know. Very, 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 very important, okay? Gotcha, your claim is a legacy claim. Okay, gotcha, love. But listen, guys, these are 8 ways to get an increase. Very important here, okay? If your claim is denied, remember you have multiple appeal options, higher level review, and supplemental claim, okay? If you're confused about anything, reach out. 904-605-0431, 904-605-0431, okay? Or info@veteransclaimservice.com. All that's in the description of this live stream. Make sure that you reach out if you need anything, okay? Make sure that you have all the evidence that you need. Don't just go gunslinging, okay? At all. Don't just go gunslinging, I'm telling you, because just think about it. If you get messed over, if you don't get the help that you need, if you file something, you're making it that much harder for yourself. If you need help, it's worth it to get the help. We are fair in everything that we do, right? So just let us know. It was a duty to assist. It's been since March. Yeah, I know. And it sucks, Angela, because you are on the receiving end and the veteran is the one that always gets the brunt of things because of a duty to assist error. So then they're going to resend it back. But listen, in the meantime, while you're waiting on that CMP exam, continue to get the treatment that you need, Angela, and stay in the fight. If you need help moving forward or anything like that, after your claim, if it doesn't come back in your favor, reach out. We're here for you guys, okay? These are 8 ways to get a VA disability increase. Very, very important that you guys know that. Again, if you're just tuning in, you can go back. This is going to be on YouTube. You can watch all this. I hope that I've answered a lot of your questions, but gather strong medical evidence. Number 1, file a simple VA disability increase. File a claim for a presumptive condition. File for secondary conditions. File an appeal for a VA claim decision, right? I don't advise filing for IU. I've told you guys there's other videos that I have. They're giving people a very, very hard time about the IU. Try to go up naturally. If you can do it, okay, make sure that you do that. Get the medical evidence that you need. Use an outside medical opinion, nexus letter, DBQ combo. Those are 8 ways for you to be able to get the help that you need and to be able to get an increase, okay? Make sure you have recent medical records. Make sure everything's up to date. Make sure you have doctor statements detailing how your conditions impact you occupationally, socially, and relationally, and keep journals, keep tracking, keep logs of pain levels, migraines, mobility issues, other limitations, anything that you're going through. Make sure that you do that, okay? Very, very, very important. And that's okay, Marnie. You came on late. You didn't even know I was going to be doing this video, but yeah, rewatch it when the live is completed. And again, yeah, I'm honored to serve. And yes, thank you for your service to our country as well, too. And man, I love you guys so much. Listen, just stay in the fight if you need anything. And listen, on Wednesday mornings, 7 to 8, we have VCS Unity Hour. We are here to encourage you. We are here to edify one another. We are here to lift you up. We are here to point you in the right direction. But also, if you guys need anything, if you're going through anything, if you feel that you're alone, don't. We are here for you, okay? 7 to 8 a.m., right? The Unity Hour will be happening, and I just kind of wanted to let everybody know. I'll be putting that in the description here of this video as well too. Here's the link to the Unity Hour, okay? If you guys want to ever join it, please feel free to. It's really good. and we do it every Wednesday morning, 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. VCS Unity Hour. It's about all of us coming together. It's what it's all about. So that's the Google Meet right there. And can you file secondary conditions if your higher level and supplemental claims were denied? Yes, you can always file secondary claims. You can always file new and relevant evidence. You can absolutely do that. Yes, Angela, you can. Yes, whenever I go live, I will post my video. It's going to be posted. Once I get done, it's going to be posted. So, hey, thank you guys. Care about each and every one of you. Stay in the fight, stay in the go, stay in the know, continue to get the help that you need. These are 8 ways to get a VA disability increase. Thank you for your service to our country. Like, subscribe, comment, share this out with someone that can use this information. And thank you for this. Thank you for your time today. And you're awesome as well, too. And yeah, Marnie, join. Definitely something you need to do. You just pray you're able to wake up by then. Come on, let's go. I'll be praying for you, my friend. Thank you guys for your service. Bye-bye.